They never warned us about this part. They taught us how to work hard, how to sacrifice, how to stay quiet, even when we were breaking inside. They said if we followed the rules, if we put family first, kept our heads down, and did the right thing, life would reward us. But now we're over 50. The kids are grown. The job title doesn't matter like it used to. The house is quiet. And for the first time in decades, there's space. Space to think, to breathe, to ask the question no man wants to ask, is this it? Because deep down, many of us feel it. A quiet ache, like we missed something, like we traded our truth for someone else's version of success, and now we're just floating. But what if the problem wasn't you? What if the pain, the confusion, the restlessness was built on a foundation of lies? Lies that were passed down, spoken by well-meaning men, reinforced by culture, and believed by boys who just wanted to be good men. If any part of this feels familiar, then this video is for you, because today we unlearn 7 lies that every man over 50 must let go of, if he truly wants to live free. Lie 1. If you work hard and follow the rules, life will reward you. It's the first thing we were taught by fathers, coaches, teachers, mentors. Do the right thing, work hard, keep your head down, and life will take care of you. And we believed them. So we did exactly that. We pushed through exhaustion. We sacrificed sleep, joy, even health, all for the promise of someday. Someday we'd be respected. Someday we'd be rewarded. Someday life would make sense. But for many men, especially after 50, someday never came. Instead, what came was a layoff, a divorce, a birthday that felt like a verdict, a quiet room where applause used to echo, and a haunting question, did I do it wrong? Or was the promise never real? Because here's the truth, no one said out loud, life doesn't reward obedience. It rewards clarity, and working hard, without knowing why, without owning your worth, just makes it easier to use. The system doesn't care how kind you are. It doesn't care how many times you showed up on time, skipped vacations, or bit your tongue. It cares that you performed, and the moment you can't or won't, you're replaced. That realization hurts. It breaks something in a man, because we thought being good meant we'd be safe. But the truth? Being good without boundaries just makes you a target for people who aren't. So what now? Now, you get to rewrite the rules. You stop waiting for external validation. You stop grinding yourself into dust, hoping someone will finally notice. You start asking deeper questions. What does your version of success look like now? What would it mean to live on your terms, not someone else's blueprint? Because freedom after Haltreads starts by unlearning the lie that loyalty guarantees reward. Lie 2. Your worth comes from your work. He didn't always believe it, but somewhere along the line, he stopped introducing himself as a man and started introducing himself by title. I'm a manager. I'm a business owner. I work in finance. I'm retired now, but I used to be. And with every introduction, he unknowingly shrank from a whole complex multi-dimensional man into a single economic function. Society reinforces this lie early. If you produce, you matter. If you stop producing, you fade. And so we pour our lives into work. We chase achievements, promotions, and accolades. We sacrifice birthdays, passions, even family, just to climb a ladder that no one told us leads nowhere we want to be. But what happens when the job ends? When retirement hits? When no one calls you sir anymore? When your phone no longer lights up with urgent problems to solve? For many men, it feels like death. Not physical, but psychological. Because if all your worth came from what you did, what's left when you stop doing? But here's the deeper truth. You are not your work. You are not your salary. You are not your ability to provide, fix, or sacrifice. You are a presence, a soul, a man with wisdom, with stories, with depth that can't be measured by a paycheck or productivity. And when a man finally separates his worth from his work, something beautiful happens. He becomes untouchable, because his value no longer depends on performance. It comes from presence, from inner alignment, from knowing without needing proof that who he is enough. So if you're over 50 and feel like you've lost your identity now that the job title is gone, maybe that's not a loss. Maybe it's the first time in your life you get to define yourself without anyone else's label. Lie 3. Marriage means constant sacrifice and compromise. It sounds noble, doesn't it? Marriage is all about sacrifice. Real love means compromise. Happy wife, happy life. We've heard it for decades, and many of us lived by it. Putting her needs first, biting our tongue, surrendering hobbies, friendships, even identity, all to keep the peace. But over time, something shifted. That peace became fragile. That love started feeling like duty. And you started disappearing from your own life. Because here's the lie. Sacrifice is only sacred when it's mutual. Compromise only works when both people still recognize each other on the other side of it. But what most men over 50 realize far too late is that they've been compromising themselves into extinction. You stop speaking your truth. You stop asking for what you want. You stop being who you are, just to keep things from falling apart. Until one day, you wake up in a house you helped build, beside a woman you still care for, and feel like a ghost in your own marriage. This isn't about blame. This is about balance. Because when a man loses himself trying to hold something together, it doesn't stay whole. It just becomes heavy. Real love doesn't ask you to erase yourself. It asks you to bring your full self with honesty, strength, and presence. And if a relationship can't hold space for who you really are, then it's not intimacy. It's quiet control. So if you're over 50 and feel like love has become a silent agreement to stay small, maybe it's time to unlearn the belief that self-sacrifice is the price of love. Because the truth is, the man who knows his worth no longer trades peace for proximity. Lie 4. Keeping the peace is always the right thing to do. From a young age, many men were taught to be the rock. Don't raise your voice. Don't show anger. Don't stir the waters. Be the calm one. Keep the peace. Just let it go. End. And so we did. In arguments we stayed silent. When disrespected we shrugged it off. When needs weren't met we said, "It's fine." Not because it was, but because it seemed easier. But here's the truth that shows up. Quietly, dangerously around age 50. Peace at the cost of self-respect isn't peace. It's suppression. And suppression is never sustainable. Because every time a man swallows his truth to keep the room calm, he creates chaos inside himself. It builds slowly, a subtle resentment, a fatigue that no sleep can fix, a quiet bitterness that leaks out in sarcasm, distance, or detachment. You might still smile, still play the role, still pay the bills, do the chores, show up to the dinner parties, but inside, you've already left. Why? Because peace that demands silence is a form of self-betrayal. And for many men, the moment of awakening comes late, after years of keeping things nice, only to find out that everyone else was still getting what they wanted, except you. So let's be clear. Real peace doesn't come from avoidance. It comes from truth spoken with clarity and grounded strength. Sometimes, being honest does disturb the peace. But the kind of peace that crumbles under honesty was never real to begin with. If you're over 50 and find yourself walking on eggshells, not at work, but in your own home, it may be time to stop keeping the peace and start keeping your integrity. Because the man who speaks truth with calm isn't starting conflict. He's ending the cycle of quiet surrender. Lie 5. Success means status, wealth, and recognition. It starts young. The race, the scoreboard, the constant measuring. By 25, you should have a plan. By 30, a title. By 40, a house, a family, a full calendar. And by 50, you'd better be somebody. So we chase it. The job, the car, the corner office, the admiration. And for a while, it works. People respect you. You feel useful. You're on track. But here's what no one tells you. Success without alignment is just a fancier prison. Because at some point, maybe 52, maybe 59, the trophies stop shining. The compliments stop mattering. The status stops feeling like pride and starts feeling like pressure. And deep down, you realize something terrifying. You built a life you're not even sure you wanted. A role that others clapped for, but left you feeling more like a performer than a man. Because real success, it isn't about being impressive. It's about being at peace. It's about waking up in the morning and not dreading the day. It's about saying what you mean, wearing what feels right, Spending time with people who don't care what you do, because they love who you are. When you're 50 plus, the metrics change. You stop asking, what have I achieved? And you start asking, what have I abandoned to get here? Joy? Presence? Integrity? So no success isn't about being known. It's about being true. And the man who has peace in his chest, stillness in his mind, and no need to prove anything to anyone, that's the man who's made it. Lie 6. It's too late to change. After 50. This one whispers. It doesn't shout. It shows up in moments when the house is quiet. The mirror is honest. And the ache in your chest tells you you're not where you want to be. You look at your life, the routines, the relationships, the regrets, and think, it's too late now. I made my bed. I just have to live with it. But here's the brutal truth. That's not wisdom. That's resignation. And it's one of the most dangerous lies a man can believe. Because this idea that change is only for the young has robbed too many men of a second life. It convinces you that dreams expire, that healing is for other people, that rediscovery belongs to the bold, not the bruised. But let me ask you this. If you had 20 years left to live, would you really want to spend them just enduring? Or would you rather become someone new? Not because you failed before, but because you've outgrown the man you used to be. The truth? It's not too late. In fact, after 50 is when the change matters most. Because now, you're no longer chasing approval. Someone else's expectations no longer bind you. You've seen what doesn't work. You've lived through the cost of compromise. Now, your changes won't be loud. They'll be quiet, rooted, real. A shift in how you speak. How do you love? How do you rest? How do you say no without guilt, and yes without fear? Some men reinvent themselves at 25. Others at 65. The only difference? Who's brave enough to believe they still can? And if you're reading this or listening to this, it means a part of you hasn't given up. So don't bury that fire. Feed it. Because the man who reclaims his life after 50 often lives the one he was meant to all along. Lie 7. Masculinity is shameful in today's world. They don't say it outright, but you felt it. The eye rolls when you speak directly, the mocking tone when you show strength, the criticism when you draw a boundary, or refuse to apologize for being a man. Somewhere along the line, masculinity got rewritten, not as grounded presence but as threat, not as protection but as control, not as responsibility but as oppression, and many good men, especially over 50, were told to sit down, to soften, to get with the times. So they did. They dulled their edges. They questioned their instincts. They apologized for taking up space. And slowly, they disappeared. But here's the truth. Real masculinity was never the problem. What the world resents isn't manhood. It's unconsciousness, entitlement, ego without awareness. But true masculinity, it's stillness under pressure. It's knowing when to speak and when to simply be present. It's leading without controlling, protecting without overpowering, loving with strength, not submission. The lie is that you have to abandon your masculine nature to be good. The truth is that you have to integrate it with heart, with depth, with wisdom. Because when a man owns his masculinity, without apology, without arrogance, without shame, he becomes magnetic, grounded, unshakable. So no, you don't need to shrink to fit the modern mold. You don't need to become soft just to be accepted. And you sure as hell don't need to apologize for being a man who leads with strength and heart. Masculinity isn't toxic. Unconscious behavior is. And the man who has lived, lost, learned, who still stands with integrity after 50, is the kind of masculinity this world needs more of. You don't need to fix who you are. You just need to come home to it. So here you are, 50-something, maybe 60, still breathing, still learning, still becoming. They told you to work hard, to stay quiet, to serve, to sacrifice, to shrink. And maybe, for a long time, you did. But if you've made it this far, through heartbreak, through pressure, through silence, then let this be your quiet permission slip. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to unlearn. You're allowed to finally live free, even if it took you decades to realize what was holding you back. Because freedom isn't loud. It doesn't always come with a breakthrough moment or a dramatic gesture. Sometimes, it's the soft decision to stop betraying yourself, To stop playing a role that no longer fits. You don't need to be younger. You just need to be clearer. Clear about what matters. Clear about who you are when no one's watching. Clear about the kind of man you refuse to die as. So take the time. Reclaim your voice. Redefine your values. And live the next chapter on your terms, not someone else's blueprint. If any of this spoke to you, please share it in the comments. Not for likes, but because other men are reading, quietly wondering if they're the only ones feeling this shift. Let them know they're not. Because real change, it begins in moments like this, when one man tells the truth, and another man finally hears his own.